As we are speaking right now, ladies and gentlemen, 3 people have been sued in a court of law because of violating the constitution. Now, starting with the person who has sued these 3 people, who are top government officials, is not just anybody. It is a member of parliament. And for your information, a member of parliament who recently has found himself in a lot of controversies. I'm speaking about member of parliament Mukunji. I know you have heard of him. He is the MP who a few days ago was arrested and charged with maybe sponsoring protests back in Sabasaba in 25th June. And he's a close ally of the former deputy president of the Republic of Kenya. That is Rigathi Gachagua. The 3 top government officials who have been sued: 1. Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja; 2. DCI boss Amin Mohamed; and 3. Director of Public Prosecution, that is Igonga. Nikubaya. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another interesting video where we will be covering something that has just come up. News emerging from the member of parliament Mukunji. So, according to details, Mukunji alleges that some orders or some laws might have been broken by these 3 top government officials, police bosses, during the Sabasaba protest. And one of the things which he is saying they went against and made a mistake on is concerning the Sabasaba arrests. We all know during that day a lot of Kenyans were arrested, and we have seen them being charged not with protest but with terrorism. So MP Mukunji have decided that these people should go and be answerable in a court of law and explain why they arrested Kenyans who had just come out to protest as enshrined in the Constitution of Kenya 2010. And according to how things look, nobody was supposed to be arrested. If you are demonstrating, you are demonstrating peacefully. You have not destroyed somebody's property, or you have not endangered any person's life or tried anything fishy. Those people, those kind of people should not be arrested. But as it turns out, a lot of Kenyans were arrested even while going home. Others were arrested while even just doing what they should be doing, protesting peacefully. So many Kenyans have a problem with this, and one of the Kenyans who has decided that he is going to take this matter forward is none other than member of parliament Mukunji. So make sure you stay with me to the end. This is Duffy Updates, your #1 YouTube channel where we bring to you latest political news, well detailed and well explained. Feel free, feel at home. This is a place where you will be guaranteed to get all latest political news, and you can support the channel or guarantee yourself to get all these updates by just doing one simple thing: subscribing to this YouTube channel. To subscribe, all you have to do, just click the subscription button under this video. Also make sure that you click the like button, and finally click the notification icon on, so that next time for more updates, YouTube will automatically notify you that Duffy Updates have just uploaded a new video. To all our returning subscribers, may God bless you, and we really appreciate every support that you continue to show us every single day. So by now you should be seeing a screen of what I'm seeing currently, and it's courtesy or on behalf of Kenyans.co.ke. Member of Parliament sues IG Kanja; DCI Amin; Director of Public Prosecution DPP Igonga, and MP Mukunji takes IG Kanja, DCI Amin, DPP Igonga to court over Sabasaba arrests. So I also have to mention something else to add on what I've already said. Apart from the police or the law enforcement officers arresting Kenyans who are protesting peacefully, There is also another person who was arrested during this specific time or in relation to the Sabasaba protest, and that is Mukunji. I had forgotten to mention that Mukunji, who is a close ally of former Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua, was arrested and accused that he was responsible for sponsoring the Sabasaba protest, and this resulted to him being transported to different police stations, then being taken to I think Kahawa Law Courts, where he was charged with terrorism and released, I think, on bond. So MP Mukunji, I think the main reason why he has decided to take these police bosses to court is because he feels they violated his rights. They accused him falsely, and to add on to it, also other arrests which were made during Sabasaba protest, he also believes that they were against the constitution. So Manyata Member of Parliament Gitonga Mukunji has filed a petition at the High Court challenging his arrest during the recent Sabasaba protest, terming it unlawful and politically motivated. So he believes that he had committed no mistake, and his arrest was as a result of somebody not following the law. Also, he believes it was as a result of political motivation. There may be some politicians who don't want what he is doing to continue, ama want to prevent him from doing something that he is currently doing. So the case lodged at the Milimani Law Courts targets Inspector General of Police Douglas Kanja, DCI boss Director Mohamed Amin, and Director of Public Prosecution Renzo Nigonga, all of whom he contends abused their powers in arresting and charging him. In the petition, Mukunji accuses the state of misusing the Prevention of Terrorism Act to intimidate and silence critics of the government. So already the case has been lodged at Milimani Law Courts. This is not about speculation or just propaganda. It's something that he has already done. He has already sued these three in a court of law, that is Milimani Law Courts. He argues that his arrest was not only irregular, but also part of a broader crackdown on dissent disguised as national security enforcement. So this is the Member of Parliament, Mukunji, Manyata MP, and the legislator who was arrested alongside journalist James Ikua Mboshi and bodaboda rider Stanley Mbuthia Wanjiru says the charges against them were trumped up and meant to punish him for his public criticism of state actions during the demonstrations. So Mukunji has been one of the legislators who have been quite vocal on what the state is doing on protest, police and unleashing brute force to protesters, unlawful abductions, arrest, and all sorts of things. Through his legal team, Mukunji is seeking the court's intervention to quash the case, arguing that the arrests violated his constitutional rights and amounted to an abuse of police and prosecutorial powers. The petition detailed Mukunji's arrest on July 7, 2025, when over 40 police officers apprehended the MP on the Thika Superhighway on his way to Nairobi. During his apprehension, the MP had offered a rift to Mboshi, who was covering the Sabasaba Day protest in Nairobi. The petition stated that the bodaboda rider Mbuthia was arrested as he followed the police after arresting the MP out of concern. So you have to understand that the MP was in his car and he had given a rift, ile kubeba mtu umfikishe maybe to the next destination. So he had given a rift to the journalist Mboshi, and when they were arrested, a bodaboda rider decided to follow them to understand where they were taking the MP, and that's when that bodaboda rider was also arrested. The petitioner, and I quote, that as they were driving, they were arrested along the said Thika Superhighway at toll area within Juja sub-county by a contingent of approximately 40 police officers in several vehicles, who then took them to Kifii police station within Juja sub-county. End of quote. The petition read in parts. The development comes amid the growing scrutiny of the Office of the Director of Public Prosecutions, ODPP, and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations, DCI, over the use of terror-related charges against hundreds of young people and critics of the government. And I had mentioned this to you earlier, where most of the Gen Zs who were arrested around that time, a lot of Kenyans are angry because how comes these Gen Zs were protesting and then we hear that they are being charged with terrorism, something that results to the judge putting quite a high cash bill or bond which they can't afford. However, on Monday, the Director of Public Prosecutions denied the accusation it had been facing, reiterating that the charges were lawful under the Prevention of Terrorism Act. So you have to understand that already the DPP has responded and denied these claims that they went against the law. Although ODPP acknowledged the role of free speech and a vibrant civil society, it emphasized that both needed to understand the framework of the act instead of interpreting it as efforts to suppress legitimate political expression. So this is Igonga, the director, DPP, Director of Public Prosecutions. Then this is Murkomen. This is IG Kanja, Muhammad Amin, and they all have been sued in a court of law by Mukunji. So I like to hear your thoughts on this one. This is a case which a lot of Kenyans are following to understand how it's going to end, if Mukunji is going to maybe win the case against these three, and if the court rules in his favor, what's going to happen. I'd like to hear your thoughts. Kindly, before you leave, make sure to join us. This is Duffy Updates, your #1 channel. Before you go, subscribe, like this video, and click the notification icon on. Bye bye.